Have you been distracted today? How about in the last hour? How about in the last minute? On this episode of the Mr. Productivity Podcast, we're going to uncover 5 of the biggest distractions that are killing your productivity. Welcome to the Mr. Productivity Podcast. I'm Mark Struczewski, your guide to getting things done. Now, before we jump into today's distraction-busting update, I want you to check out my website, MrProductivity.com, M-I-S-T-E-R, MrProductivity.com. There, you can sign up for my free email newsletter, The Productive Life. It's my gift to you, and it's at MrProductivity.com. Now, on this episode, we are going to talk about 5 big distractions that are killing your productivity. But just so we all understand, these are not the only 5 distractions that are killing your productivity, but they are huge, and I'm sure you're suffering with most, if not all of them. But fear not, I, Mr. Productivity, I've got your back. I've got the solutions, yes, plural, the solutions to your productivity crushing distractions. You ready? I'm assuming you answered yes, so let's go. Now, still today in 2025, the number one distraction that I hear from people on social media when I'm out speaking in public, talking to friends and neighbors, is still social media. You may have said my phone, but my phone, or I should say your phone, is kind of like an umbrella. And so I want to dive deep on social media. It is still killing people's productivity. And guess whose fault that is? That would be you. You get to choose what social media platforms you're going to be on or not, and how long you're going to be on every social media platform or not be on every social media platform. So I want you to practice discipline and responsibility. So the biggest issue when it comes to social media is the endless and mindless scrolling. If you don't know this already, social media is not your friend. Yes, I know you can stay in contact with friends and family who are local or far away, but it is still not your friend. Have you ever heard the saying, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product? This fits social media to a T. Yes, Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and LinkedIn and Snapchat and YouTube and X and every other platform out there is free in terms of money. But it's not really free because they're gathering all your information, whether you want them to or not. And the more you scroll, the more time you're wasting. When I see people, some who are very close to me, continue to scroll on social media, I ask them this question: how much is that platform paying you to be on their platform? And I get this quizzical look, like, huh? Well, obviously, you're spending 3, 4, 5 hours on this platform. Surely they're paying you for it. I mean, why would you spend 5 hours on a social media app or any app and not get paid for it? That usually leaves them speechless. Here are some fixes for social media distractions. Number 1, turn off all notifications. All of them. Most cell phones, I'm an iPhone guy. I'm sure Android has the same option. You go into your settings, you go into notifications, you find the social media app, and you find where it says notifications, and you toggle it off. Problem solved. Now, someone like me who's building their business and brand, I have strategic, very important word, strategic notifications enabled on my phone. DMs, sometimes I'll even allow if I get tagged by somebody else. That's important for me to know. But if people get out of hand, if they start sending a whole bunch of garbage on DMs, I will mute them or remove myself from following them. Check your notifications. You probably can get by with turning them all off for social media, because when you open the app, they're all going to be there. I just don't want them popping up on your phone. Second tip for dealing with social media distractions: allow yourself certain times you can go check social media. Maybe 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at lunchtime, 15 minutes in the evening. Now, when I said 15 minutes, did you break out in a cold sweat? Did you say, I'm sorry, what now? There's life outside of social media. I know social media is important in 2025 and will be into the future, but it should not consume you. Give your mental well-being the gift of spending less time, not more, on social media. Besides, you're really only scrolling and living vicariously through other people. And the final fix for social media distraction is really going to blow your mind. Turn off your phone and or leave it behind. So if you're going to go for a walk, leave your phone behind. I know it's sacrilege to say this, but you don't need to always have your phone with you. Maybe you're watching a movie with your family. Have everybody take their phones and leave them in another room, muted, so you can sit there and enjoy the movie, the TV show, whatever you're watching, just as a family, without living through the artificial world of social media. Number 2, email. Email is not going to go away in our lifetime. Email is like, if you ever seen the old carnival game, Whack-A-Mole, if you're not familiar with the game, it's this big board and it has all these holes in it. When you start playing the game, these moles pop up, and the object of the game is to whack the mole. Well, as the game goes on, more and more moles pop up and go down, and as you're swinging this mallet around, whacking all these moles, you look like a lunatic. Well, that's how your email is. You go into your email for 5 minutes to check one thing, and you see 50 unread emails, and like, well, let me just spend 5-10 minutes cleaning this up. Then you start replying, reading, forwarding, deleting, archiving. More and more emails start to come up. It's like they're having babies. So what you have to do is implement these fixes for the email distractions. Number 1, unsubscribe from any newsletters that you are not reading and taking action. I have an email newsletter, the Productive Life newsletter. Don't you dare sign up for it thinking that you're going to make me feel good. You sign up for it if you're going to read it and take action. Don't let me or anybody else clutter your email inbox. And for goodness gracious, stop signing up for email newsletters just to get a 20% coupon, which you're probably not going to use anyways. Be very, very intentional when it comes to you and your email inbox. Like I suggested with social media, maybe check your email twice a day. And finally, for you business people, do you really need to send that email? Think about why you are sending an email before you send it. Productivity killer number 3, people. Yeah, these other fellow human beings walking around this planet, yeah, they can be a huge productivity killer. Why? Gossip, anybody? How many times have you gone into the break room and someone is there, maybe getting coffee, maybe getting a snack, and you say hello, and all of a sudden, 20 minutes later, you're like, how did we get here? That happens a lot in the real world. People are distractions because we are so easily distracted. You need to be very careful who you're talking to. You need to be very careful what you are sharing with people. If you're busy and someone goes, how's it going? You can say, I'm busy, and then leave right away. Don't sit there and say, well, how are you doing? If you ask someone how they're doing, be prepared for them to tell you how they're doing. Their cat died, they got a speeding ticket, their mother's not well. You asked. So sit down, grab a coffee, and it takes as long as it takes. Very few people can say, I'm doing great, have a great day, and leave. Many people just want to sit there and listen to the person talk and talk and talk. Now, here's some fixes for the productivity killer of people. Number one, create focus hours. Whatever those are. And it doesn't have to be an hour. It could be 30 minutes. But when you get in that focus zone, you don't check your phone. You don't talk to anybody. You have your phone on mute. Of course, you've already done what I've suggested years ago. Disable vibration mode. Put your phone face down and focus. Don't let anybody break this focus mode of yours. Second, train your team to respect your boundaries. If you're in focus mode, say, hey, I'm in focus mode. If you share a calendar, you can put that on the shared calendar, focus mode, and tell people, when I'm in focus mode, don't bother me. Maybe you can get creative. Maybe you get some construction paper. Green means I'm available. Red means I'm not available. Maybe you get one of those lights that used to be on police cars. And if you turn the red light on or the flashing red light, people know, oh, stay away. Think outside the box. Think creatively. What can you do that is going to tell people you're in focus mode? Take back control of your time, which you shouldn't have given up anyways. Be creative. Go to your favorite search engine. Go to your favorite AI and ask, how do I tell people professionally I don't want to be interrupted during this certain period of time? No excuses here. And the final thing for productivity killer number 3 about people, if you're in the corporate world, do you really have to go to that meeting? When I used to be in the corporate world, I can't tell you how many meetings I went to that I wasn't asked a single question. I got nothing out of the meeting, but it just put me behind for the rest of the day. So if you get invited to a meeting, don't be afraid to go to your boss, your leader, the meeting planner, and go, do I really have to be here? Now, they're probably going to say yes. Then follow up with why. Even your boss. Say, I've got a lot of work to do. Do you really want me in the meeting, which is not going to be a quick meeting despite what the email said? Should I be in the meeting? Most leaders will think about it and go, you know what? You don't have to be there. So you can focus on your work. Don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be a doormat. Productivity killer number 4, AI, artificial intelligence. Yeah, this is getting up there with social media addiction. Everybody seems to be talking to their favorite AI, Grok, ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, Gemini, Meta AI. They're not real people. I look at AI as a tool in my productivity toolbox. And yes, if you want to vent, AI is great for that. They're not going to get offended. But I know people, you probably do too, who are developing an unhealthy relationship with AI. They tell AI all their problems, all their woes, all their concerns, everything that irks them, not realizing that everything you tell an AI goes into their language model. It goes into the database. So proceed with caution. I think AI is a great productivity tool, but it should not replace human beings. I use AI all the time for my business. It's very effective, but I don't do copy and paste. I read what it said. I give it a prompt. I give it some gobbledygook. I said, hey, make this sound good. But I make sure it sounds like me before I post it, before I create a podcast with it, before I create a video for social media. Use your brain and make sure that you are using AI as a tool. It's not meant to replace people. I've heard of some people on social media who are so addicted to talking to their favorite AI that they don't have any relationships with real people. That is very disturbing. Now, what is a fix for the productivity killer? We're not talking about the productivity enhancer of AI. We're talking about the productivity killer. When you spend endless hours just chatting like it's a human being about everything under the sun. Well, number one, limit your use with AI. Use it for business only. Say, hey, AI, I have a dilemma. What do you think I should do here in this situation? I recently used it because I wanted to learn how to begin using my LinkedIn page, my Mr. Productivity LinkedIn page. By the way, if you're on LinkedIn, you can go to LinkedIn, type in Mr. space Productivity. Remember, spell out Mr. M-I-S-T-E-R, Mr. Productivity, and follow my LinkedIn page for Mr. Productivity. So I was asking it, how can I best utilize my LinkedIn page? But that wasn't the prompt. The prompt was, go look at all the experts you can find on social media and on the interwebs and give me the best practices and the suggestions for making the most of my LinkedIn page. That is a good use of AI. I didn't sit there and say, I'm having a problem with my wife and my daughter and my dog and my neighbor, because all that stuff goes into the AI model. Maybe that doesn't bother you. I am a privacy nut. I want to make sure that everything I'm doing is kept private. So again, limit your use of AI, keep it personal only, and before you copy and paste anything, make sure it sounds like you. I'll give you a real life example. When I prepared this episode, I went back to an episode 7 years ago. This podcast is over 8 years old. I took the transcript, I fed in the Grok, that's my current AI of choice, and I said, take this transcript, update it, remove irrelevant information, and give me an outline for an updated episode. It got about 65% there. I had to take what it gave me, put it into a note, and I had to go through and fix everything. I'm not going to go back and forth with Grok and say, change this, because I have a brain. I'm a human being, and I know what I want. So I fixed it. It took me about 15 minutes. Probably would take me an hour if I kept going back and said, rewrite it. So I just took care of it. That's an example of how AI is a double-edged sword. AI could be a blessing or a curse. It can help you or it can hinder you. And it's up to you which it is. And number 5, productivity killer number 5, you. Yes, you, the one listening to this podcast. You. Do you suffer from imposter syndrome? Do you doubt yourself? Do you identify more with Eeyore than Winnie the Pooh or Tigger? Now, I am 60 years young, and I grew up when Winnie the Pooh was a thing. If you don't know who Winnie the Pooh is, go look it up on any social media platform. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you'll find it. So Eeyore was a depressing kind of guy. We love Eeyore, but he's a negative Nelly. I'm Tigger, annoyingly optimistically happy. And there's Winnie the Pooh. If you're Winnie the Pooh, please wear pants. If you don't know who Winnie the Pooh is, you won't get that reference. You have to choose how you're going to show up every day. You may not be able to control what happens to you, but you control how you respond to it. If you respond like Tigger or like Winnie the Pooh, you're going to respond in a different way than if you respond like Eeyore. Your mindset is huge. You are worthy. You are valuable. You are not a mistake. You have something to offer this world. You may not have figured it out yet, but don't let that crush your productivity by going around like Eeyore. You'll figure it out if you have the proper mindset. So again, the 5 productivity killers: social media, email, people, AI, and you. Again, in case you missed it in the beginning, these are not the only 5 productivity killers, but I think they're the biggest 5. Now, every episode, I try to give you some homework. Here's the homework for this episode. I want you to do a notification cleanse. I want you to go to every app you have on every device, go to notifications for that app, and if it's already turned off, leave it off. If the notifications are enabled, I want you to ask yourself, is this notification serving me or distracting me? If it's distracting you, turn it off. If it is serving you, do you need all the notifications turned on? You can have a notification pop up on your phone, but not make a sound. And if you have vibration mode disabled, you won't know you have a notification. So go do that this week. And then what I want you to do, in addition to that, I want you to create a reminder on your phone the first Saturday of every month, the first Sunday of every month. Go back through your notifications and see if anything slipped through the crack. And the third part of that, oh my gosh, this is a lot of homework. The third part of that is when you download a new app and it says, hey, do you want to allow notifications? Hit no. Because if you hit yes or allow, that tells the developers, turn them all on. And that is going to kill your productivity. So do that this week. If you have any questions or you want to share your favorite productivity killer, go to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. Look for Mr. Productivity, M-I-S-T-E-R, Mr. Space Productivity. I'd love to hear from you. I want to hear your stories. I want to know what your biggest distraction is. Again, look for Mr. Productivity on your favorite social media platform. Now, I want to thank you for your time and attention for listening to this episode of the Mr. Productivity Podcast. Your gift of your time and your attention mean the world to me. So I have a couple of favors to ask of you. I know I'm not supposed to ask you to do more than one thing at the end of the show, but I'm a rebel. I don't really care. Number one, if you're not following the show, whatever platform you are listening to this on, go ahead and hit the follow button. That's number one. Number two, if this episode spoke to you, you probably have in mind at least one person that could benefit from it. Right now, go ahead and hit that share button and send it to them so I can help them like I help you. And finally, if you've done that, thank you so much. Don't forget to head on over to my website, MrProductivity.com, M-I-S-T-E-R, MrProductivity.com. Get my free email newsletter and find out more about me. It's all there at my website. Central hub for all things Mr. Productivity is amazingly at MrProductivity.com. I'll be back real soon with a brand new episode. Until then, my friend, keep bouncing forward and stay productive.